Welcome to episode 47 of Let's Play Civilization 3, Play the World. Our war with the Celts has begun and is now in full swing as we're preparing for our first offensive actions against them. Now we just now have the technology to build tanks. Now that we have that, we're going to make a whole big army of tanks to fight against the Celts. They're going to be our main offensive force. Now here you see the artillery in action for the first time as I shoot at that army they have over there. Take my bomber and decide to rebase him there, which is basically his entire turn. It takes an entire turn to move a bomber squadron from one city to another, but that's okay. Doesn't bother me. Alright, well, this worker's going to build a road there. And you can see the Mongols are fighting. You see he has a infantryman there. He wouldn't have that infantry unless we gave him the rubber in order to do it. So, well, he doesn't win that battle, but at least knowing that they have infantry is a good help. So, Celts come to attack the Chinese. It's kind of hard to distinguish the colors when they're that close, but the Chinese are the lighter blue, and the Celts are more the blue-green. And as you can see, the Koreans are moving the troops around. I mean Koreans, I meant Chinese. It was kind of hard to see because it's all laggy and skippy. I have to find a way to reduce that. Maybe if I reduce the frame rate or something. But building more tanks. And I was building the Hoover Dam, but the Celts built it before us, which stinks because the Celts now have a hydroelectric power plant in every one of their cities, which means their production is increased. Which is going to be kind of a pain in the butt, because they're going to produce military units faster. But, no matter. We'll still fight against them. Shoot at that guy over there. Now I have a Marine. It has an attack of 8 and a defense of 6. So, it's better than attacking by cavalry, but not by a lot. We'll send him over here. I want to attack this infantry guy. It's kind of an uphill battle, but I think I might be able to win it. So I set him out. And he's fighting. And lo and behold, he does win. So, I'm happy. I think he's probably in trouble on his next turn, but oh well. I think it's worth it. We'll all find out in the end, I guess, if it was worth it. So, my busy worker bees moving around. Well, I just want to keep them out of harm's way. That city there, Chittagong, that's my city. That is the city at which I'm going to rally troops. There is a function in this game where you can set the rally point for your troops, but I rarely ever use it. I don't know, I just don't find it all that convenient because they're constantly changing it. But yeah, I try to wipe out that guy with a cavalry, but it does not succeed. So, meanwhile, these workers are just connecting up the last few cities that don't have a railroad directly to them. So, more fighting here as the Chinese and the Celts duke it out. I believe, and I really wish it wasn't so skippy, and I apologize for that, but I believe what's happening is the Celts are attacking the Chinese, and the Chinese have lost several units. However, I'm pretty confident the Chinese have also killed a number of Celtic units. Now the Celts come to attack this Korean city of Ulsan, but fortunately this infantryman seems to hold them off, for the moment at least. Alright, and you can see we've lost our supply of furs. What that means is they have now they want to renegotiate, and they want to renegotiate for a lot too. I'm not sure why. Probably a tech trade was part of the previous trade, but I really do want those furs, so I am willing to pay. Keeps me on the Koreans' good side anyway. And you see the Korean battleship there. It's firing at some Celtic troop that's off screen. These little things are moving around aimlessly. They're probably going to drop one obsolete unit on the opposite side of the Celts, thereby being pretty much completely useless. Alright, do you see that? We're building tanks. And since we can't build the Hoover Dam anymore, I'm going to build the Intelligence Agency, which is pretty useful, but I don't think it will come in much handy in this particular conflict. I mean, it could, but probably not. So, luckily enough, my Marine didn't get killed, so I decided just to fire on this guy. Boom. Successful. And decide, what can I bomb? And I see this source of forces. I'm pretty sure they're still not using cavalry, but I decide to destroy it anyway, and it works. So I just use this guy and bomb that city. That city will be my first target, as you probably already figured out. Alright, so I have a tank there, send him there. And I notice that there's no railroad leading directly to that city. The cities in the northeast corner there are not connected to the rest of the empire by a railroad. And neither is Chittagong. So that's going to have to be fixed. So I send some workers down there to build the road. And my wonderful wireless system decided to tell me I have a connection problem. Lovely timing there. But, send my tanks up there. One thing you probably notice, wars really do take a lot of work and a lot of time. Because you have to get all the troops up there and sit through a lot of battles. But it's once you get that message that says, "Sir, our armies are victorious, we've captured an enemy city," that moment is what makes it all worth it. I can guarantee you about that. Okay, now we're fortifying those tanks. You might be saying, why not attack now? You're in a good position to attack, and I say, the time will soon come. I just want to get all these guys fully ready to move out. I hope the Chinese don't take New Bombay before I get to, because if you remember, that city was ours up until maybe video 30 or thereabouts. So, Korean tank moving around, destroys some Celtic unit that's off screen there, and moves on forward. Yeah, the Koreans having tanks is might be a problem in the future. I don't doubt that we'll have to fight even our closest allies at some point, but for now, it's good that they have tanks, because they can fight against the Celts, and the Celts, by all appearances, don't seem to have tanks yet. They have iron, they have coal, they have oil, and they have rubber. I don't see how they wouldn't have tanks as soon as they reach the advance, so once that happens, expect things to get a little harder for a while. Okay, we've completed the Intelligence Agency, which is very cool. It allows you to do spy missions. But more on those later, because now it's time to cut the video here, and I will see you again on episode 48 for more war against the Celts. See you later.